2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hey, welcome to Eternity Elite TV. Welcome back.
Married at First Sight.
We're super excited to go over this last episode of Married at First Sight. And this is not a sponsor, but today we are eating cane. So we're going to do a little Married at First Sight mukbang.
I don't know if y'all can even see this. I don't even know if they can see it.
Now, people from the South know about canes. If you're from the South and you know about canes, comment down below.
Yeah, it ain't all that.
What?
You got nothing on grandmama chicken tenders. Only thing good is the bread. It's the bread.
You think so?
Yeah. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. But but what we are gonna talk about is Married at First Sight. Look, y'all. I was down a little bit. I was sick, but guess what? I'm back. So I didn't want to get Bree sick. By the way, people, if it's your first time watching, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out, okay? But also, this is my daughter, Bree, and I'm P. Marie. So if you didn't know, we're mother and daughter. So, yeah. But you get different perspectives, and so we just come to you real. She asks me questions, and I'm forced to tell the utmost truth, no matter how it may come out. I try to have a little filter sometimes. Do you think I have a little filter? Sometimes.
Every once in a while.
Did she say every once in a while? Okay. So this is something I'm working on, y'all. Well, you got to be careful because, yeah, you might start lying. So that's why I come sometimes very blunt. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. So we're going to talk about what was it? SoCal? It was SoCal. So it talked about the last one. What you may have missed was them getting ready in their dresses, in their tux.
Getting fitted.
Getting
for
fitted?
their suits and for their wedding dresses and, basically just getting prepared, for that final week before the wedding. So in this episode, it showed the bachelorette and the bachelor parties. It also showed, of course, them having some interaction with some of their family members and their friends. And this episode really kind of gave us a little bit more enlightening or enlightenment on some of the cast members this time around. We were actually able to see some of their personality shine through a little bit better on this episode.
Absolutely. And don't forget, hello, and who got married? Justin and Alexis.
Yeah, Alexis and Justin.
So we will definitely talk about that. So first things first, Bree, I'll let you start off. Go ahead and hit me with one of those questions. I know you've been dying to ask me just something off the wall. So I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever you come. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
All right, so as y'all know, they did the fitting on this episode. And so on this episode, Justin, he was really excited about his tux and his fitting of his suit. And he just thought he was super GQ and fly. What do you think? Do you think he has a false sense of confidence? Or do you think that he was really thinking that he looked good for his wedding day?
That's a good one. That's a good one, Bray. You know what? I said this from the beginning. I don't know who actually watched this. But from the very first one, what did I tell you? I felt like he didn't have this, normally guys who are that tall, 6'8", they have a certain level of confidence. And for me, I don't get the confidence from him. I get like you said, I do get false. I'll be honest with you. I get this person who's I think he's battles with self-esteem. I do. And because he's supposed to be confident because of his height and everything, I think he tries to project that. But if he would just be who he is, it wouldn't seem so forced and so weird. So it comes off making him seem weird because he's really just not confident in his own skin.
He's not being himself.
And then he was gone for like 4 years from his family. He said he was finding himself. So, you know, and that's
Right.
no judgmental on
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
y'all. But you asked me, so I had to
Sometimes
say
you
it.
have
So
to,
y'all can ask me too, because one thing
out.
y'all know about me, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. Don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings.
Based off of what we've seen so far with Justin and the tugs and how he looks, his height. How tall is he? 6'9"?
He's 6'8".
6'8".
Don't give him no more inches. That's a tree.
6'8" is extremely tall. Do you think that she will find him attractive? She said she wanted someone tall. Based off of what we've seen so far, do you think that she'll find him attractive?
Well, she already said it. No, she didn't. Well, no, she didn't. She didn't say it. Well, in so many words, she did. She said that she wants this guy who has like a linebacker type body. She wants him to be tall. Yes, he's tall. Check. But does he have the linebacker body? No, he's really, really small, which is to me okay, because you can't expect to have a complete package. She's not perfect. He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect, so we can't expect to have it all,
right.
You know, in a person. You gotta be willing to kind of, I will sacrifice height
Right.
for maybe
Something else, personality, or you know, being funny, or financially stable, or whatever you may think, you know, is your dream person. Yeah.
Faithful.
Yeah, absolutely.
that's
Man
my
of God,
thing.
man of Christ.
Yes.
So
Definitely Christian man.
they're
I
not
can overlook
going
a
to
lot.
come with everything, like you said, because nobody's perfect. There's no perfect person on this earth. But there is a perfect person for you and a perfect person for your relationship. You know, although it may be, you know. So, based off of, she really was in love with her wedding dress, and she felt really feminine. Alexis, she felt extremely feminine when she put on her wedding dress. So I'm excited to see what we saw. We were really excited to see, you know, how she looked actually when she walked down the aisle. Now, let's go back. Before you even go down the aisle, there is a bachelor and bachelorette party. What you thought about that bachelorette party? No, more the bachelor party.
Okay. Okay, first of all, let's talk about. Okay, come on, give me a name. Give me somebody. Let's talk about it.
Well, I mean, you have all the
Who do you think of? Okay, give me a guy. Give me a guy. Since we're talking bachelor.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about guys, let's talk about the guy, Nate, at the bachelor party.
Okay.
What did you think about that?
I like Nate. Okay. I know y'all like what? Okay, so Nate, he was he was out of line. First of all, let me say this, okay? One thing I don't like about Married at First Sight is the bachelor party, okay, scene. I don't think they should be showing booties, shaking. They shouldn't be showing all of that. To me, they shouldn't show all the explicit part, okay? I mean, we don't have to see that. I think that's one thing they should just get rid of. They got rid of it for the women because we don't see men on there anymore. I don't have nothing for the women. Don't have any men shaking no more. The last 2 seasons, nothing's there. But I think the same way they did for the women, they need to do it for the men. We don't need to see that. Just let me put that out there.
Right.
Nate, for y'all who did not see the show, Nate had the lady getting on her knees and everything else. Did he not?
He said, "Get on your knees now," and sprayed whipped cream in her mouth.
Yeah, he did. It was horrible. And she did it because she was, you know, I hate to say it. I know y'all gonna get upset with me, some of you, like, they just men on, but those strippers, half of them are kind of like borderline prostitutes, you know. Because the way that she just got on her knees when he said, "Get on your knees," and she just got on her knees and she was already half naked and let her put whipped cream in her mouth, I know that was subliminal, you know. And then she licked it off her finger and said, "Oh yeah, he's ready for marriage." I think Nate went too far.
How you think when Stacia looks back at this video, how do you think she will feel that her husband-to-be was behaving in that matter the night before their wedding.
I mean, me personally, I would not like to see my husband acting like that. Well, she already said, well, you know, just by her personality, you can tell that she's somewhat conservative as far as how her man act is kind of important to her. She just seems like her children, how they act,
how she presents herself.
It presents, you know, everything. Anybody attached to her have to represent her a certain way. So I feel like the way that Nate acted, terrible representation. That was horrible. And one good thing I did see, what's his name? Justin, the tall guy. He said he wasn't doing it. He's getting married, you know. And so he wasn't into the stripper. He said that he's not into strippers at all. Did you hear? He said he can't even get aroused by strippers. That's what I'm saying. I hope, you know, I pray that my future husband feels that type of way. Yeah. There are so many men that are caught up into pornography and seeing strippers and everything else. So, I mean, that's a really good thing for a man to not be caught up into that. So, it shows discipline.
I agree.
Okay, my turn. Since Bree want to ask me questions. So, Bree, what did you think about, do you think any of the women will be, based on the bachelorette party or them coming together, do you think any of them will not get along?
It's bound to happen. It's bound for people with different personalities, people from different backgrounds, people from different walks of life to not necessarily get along all the time. They're gonna bump heads. That's just a part of it. When you put 5 people together, somebody's gonna bump heads. You put 10 people together, 2 people are gonna bump heads. It's just statistics. It's just how things work. It's just how things are. So definitely they're gonna bump heads. Up to this point, everybody's cool, but just wait till down the line. I definitely think there's gonna be some headbutting.
So, out of the ladies, which ladies do you think are the most combative and aggressive? If you could name 2.
Combative and aggressive. Is her name Lindy?
Lindy. Which one is that?
Lindy, I think she's the one marrying the surfer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no. The one who's marrying the surfer is Kristen.
I feel like she could be aggressive. I feel like she could be, I think she could be mean.
Hey, I think you got it. I totally agree with you. I think that she comes off to me as another Lindsay.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, let me not say it quite like that, but she's not extreme as Lindsay, but I see that you know, just I can see why she hasn't been married, kind of, you know.
What couple do you think will surprise us?
You know, I think, you know, I'm pushing for all of them, but I think the one that may surprise us may be, and when you say surprise us, like do good?
Yeah, like hit it off right from the jump, you know, and go ahead, you know, they stay together, but it's the odd couple out, like the couple you would say like no, and then when they actually meet each other, you see that they're really good together. They actually complement, you know, one another.
That's a hard one because I mean the first couple I think of that I think may hit it off would be, and I would say physically would probably be Nate and Stasha. And the reason why I say this is because they look kind of similar. And we're attracted to what we look like.
Really?
Yeah. And one thing I like about Nate, this might sound weird, but I saw a different side of him. And at the bachelor party, he showed that he got this
manly side.
Yeah, like he go
macho.
He go from looking like Lil Will Smith's son, how Jaden Smith was supposed to look like, to, you know what I mean? That's what he is. He's like, to me, he look like Jaden Smith. If Jaden Smith was like the way he's supposed to be, right? But what I'm saying is, I could see with how he was acting with that lady, right. And I think Stasha acts like she wants to be in control, but I think a little piece of her would want a man to kind of
take lead
a little bit,
to be the leader.
So I think that couple may actually do good because of that. She may act like she's like, I have to be in control, but behind them closed doors, if he starts saying, you know, if he say get on your knees like he said to the other one, she might say, no, I'm not getting on my knees. And then if he kisses, she gonna get on knees.
It might not even be that. It might, when he first says get on your knees, the way he says it, you know, it might go ahead and make her do it.
She might just do it, right? She might like that aggressive.
The right man will make any woman submissive if she's a good woman.
Yeah, I think he would do it in a way that makes her feel beautiful. Mm-hmm. So if he says to her, like, you know what I mean, like, I want to do something different, right? He put, I want to do something different, and then she's like, what do you mean by different? He said, just follow me, just let me do this. I think she'll do it, y'all. I think she'll do it. She might let him spray the whipped cream in her mouth.
Not after seeing that he did that to the lady.
But not. Oh, if she sees that though, y'all. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, that can definitely be well, I don't think it'll break the relationship, but it'll definitely make it to where if she sees it before she falls in love with him, it'll make her have trust issues. Yeah. It'll make any woman have trust issues if you see that, and that's how you behave with cameras around. How would you behave without cameras around? Mm-hmm. So that probably will be, really rough when she actually sees it. Hopefully, Stasha, if you ever watch this, just fast forward past that part. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Because honestly, let's be fair. I mean, for the people who do bachelors and bachelorette parties, I don't do them, right? I don't believe in them like that. Well, I mean, I believe you can have one, but minus the strippers and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, for anybody who's had a bachelor or bachelorette party and they've had somebody dancing or whatever, typically, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what these people are doing. I mean, and they come the next day when you know, I do, and they done did I do. They done did a whole lot the day before.
They did.
Yeah, I've had to leave bachelorette parties because all of a sudden here's a man coming in, flipping women upside down, doing things that only a husband should do. And you know what I said? Sabrina has to go.
Yeah.
And I left. But that same bride, she's just acting all innocent and crying the next day, and I'm like, you just was getting like straight banana split by this guy.
Yikes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now that's tough. So that's why they say with bachelor and bachelorette parties, no cameras allowed, because things like that are going down. Just believe it. Okay, so Alexis and Justin got married on this episode, and I was really excited to see how that was going to turn out. Justin is head over heels.
Oh!
Justin is head over heels. He finds her extremely attractive. Now, Alexis, on the other hand, she doesn't find him as attractive as she thought. And she said all of that about, I want a tall man. And she gets a tall man. She complains on how tall he is.
That's what got me. Now, I don't think she was complaining, but it was just
she said, come
she
on
just had
now.
to think of something. And I'm thinking like, what? I mean, the whole thing is tall. And then when she sees him, she's like, oh, that's too tall. That's uncomfortably tall. Huh? But she did all that. So I think for me, that showed that she might be one of those who look for stuff. That's just me. Like, she looks for perfection, and
that makes sense to me.
And that may be why she didn't marry those people before. She looks for perfection. She finds fault. She finds something, even if it's something small. She finds it, and so. But I was excited when she came around the corner. Wait. What do you think about her when she was doing that crying? Y'all, that was some for real crying. I don't even think Bree, I don't even think I've heard Bree cry like that. She was like, like not like a cute
She's
cry
scared
at
of
all.
commitment.
She was, the baby was terrified. She was terrified.
She's scared of commitment.
Yeah, she was terrified. And she was crying, but she looked so pretty. She did.
Yeah, she did. I really liked her dress. Honestly, all of the women on this season have had pretty nice dresses, and they complement them, their personality, their shape. That's what I like. So it may not be something that I would personally wear, but I can appreciate that it looked nice on them. Yeah, what do you think about what Justin had on? Did you like his suit?
Justin was okay. Justin, he was okay.
He was excited when he saw who his bride would be.
I love that he was.
I said, "Okay, Justin, claim your territory." He said, "I'm gonna fall in love with this one," and you could see the sweet side of him.
I love that he seems very sweet, and he was.
At first, I thought he was a jerk, but I got to see the other side of him, and I really.
He was like, I can see myself falling in love with her, and I feel like she could fall in love with him, even if he's not like this perfect being in her mind, because if he continues to show this gentle giant, basically, because that's what he is. He is what you would call a gentle giant. I mean, as far as the way he's been acting. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I can see he can get a little temper now. I'm not saying that. He's I can see him being easily wounded. So she's gonna have to watch the way her tongue is, because I can tell how she is. She's very blunt and sharp, and it comes off.
Because he was giving her a high five, and she said, "Don't do that. That's kind of like, what did she say? It's kind of whack." Or she said
she hated it. Well, he kept giving her a high five, which I'm with it. It was kind of weird. Why?
But just say it. Just put your hand on my leg or touch my hand.
She didn't have to say that. It was mean. She could have. Yeah, she could have. Corny. That was a bit much. So she could easily like wound him, like really cut his heart.
But immediately he shook back. He was just like, yeah. He was willing, and that's kind of sad.
He's got some mannerisms, y'all, that that he just have to work on. I think, own that 6'8". I don't get it. He should own it. There are a lot of guys out there would want to trade places with him. I mean, I've heard, he said that a lot of, But anyway, I think no matter what size you are, whatever you look like, you should be able to own you. And I think that's what bothers me about him. It's like something is missing there. But anyway, y'all, I think that's enough. What you think?
Yes. Until next time, until the next episode. I'm sorry, y'all. We were hungry, and this was not only just a Married at First Sight review. It was a Married at First Sight mukbang. And on the next episode, tune in. We're going to be talking about the next episode of Married at First Sight.
Yeah. And this time, we're going to see Stasha and Nate get married. Yeah. We're also going to see who else get married. That might be it.
Yep. That was the only two that got married.
That's going to be the only ones that get married on the next one after
I believe so.
So y'all keep watching, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you miss nothing. Of course, this is also sponsored by, of course, the Lovebirds, Eternity Elite Matchmaking Services. Or hey, if you are an eligible bachelorette or an eligible bachelor, hey, we want to hear. We want to see if maybe we have a match out there for you. So till next time.
Bye-bye.
We're gonna time out of here. Bye.